Okay, Tom Frank here for Evil Giant Robots for Miranda with a long overdue vlog. I'm going to post two. I did film one in Pleasanton just prior to the ALA summer conference. Before we went to that, we were in the hotel, we shot a vlog. I'll put that one up. I didn't, that was it's end of October now, and that was the end of June. So it's been a busy, a lot of catching up to do for the theme sketchbook project. At the ALA conference, did really well. That is a good conference. There's not a lot of competition. There were some Caldecott honor, winners who were there. I got Yuyi Morales to do one. And Lauren Castillo understood that it was an evil giant robot and okay, and then she just started to draw something that wasn't an evil giant robot and then put a word balloon that says, "Sorry, I'm not an evil giant robot." And I love that. And that's part of it. I would prefer that than just not understanding what the theme is. So my friend Judd Winnick, it was prior to it coming out, Hilo, his graphic novel, he lives in San Francisco. He was there. He did one. I got artist Matt Phelan, children's book guy. He was great. He did a nice one. It was like 20 minutes in, and I'd gotten 3 sketches. And sometimes you get quick sketches. Sometimes you get ones that are more involved. That's just across the board with this thing. The guy that I really wanted to get was Brian Selznick, and his representation just said, "Oh, he's not sketching." And Miranda did a great drawing for him, watercolor, he put it down, but he just signed the page that I am having Caldecott winners, medal winners, who don't want to draw a page. I'm just having them sign that, and I think I got 5 of them on there now. So it's a little frustrating, but that's what it is. There was an artist that I wanted to get in Emerald City last year from Udon, Long Vo, and he's from the Bay Area. So he was there, so he did one. So pretty successful ALA convention. The following weekend I went to Anime Expo. There was an artist there, a French artist who lives in Japan, Thomas Romain, and he was promoting a book that he had, I think, called Lost in Anime, and he did a page, one of the robots from a series that he has coming out, and he works under Shoji Kawamori, sorry. And, it would be great to get him there, one day in the sketchbook. He's a big dream. So then the following week was San Diego Comic-Con. Summer's just a busy time for this project. And the guy that I really wanted to get was David Aha. And he was there, and he doesn't do commissions, he doesn't have a table, he just does signings. And it was an adventure trying to figure out where he was going to be. He had a panel the day before I was going to get there, and he had a panel on Sunday. So I went there Friday, just looking randomly for him, didn't see him. I went there Saturday, and I saw him wandering around. And I'm like, oh, get it, and I go to figure out what I'm going to say, and I got to go, get the sketchbook, and I looked and he just disappeared. And it was very frustrating for me. So I found my friend who was moderating a panel that he was on, and it was terrifying. And she went up to him after she moderated the panel. I wasn't there. She was in San Diego Sunday. And she got him to do a page and took a picture of him while he was drawing it, and I'm putting it up here. And I just love it. To me, this is one of the best images of the project. Eisner winning Best Penciler Inker, which is one of the categories that I'm going for. Just outdoors, drawing, sunglasses on. It's as good as the drawing itself. So huge success there. Beginning of August, I went to the Boston Comic-Con, which is where I'm from. I was putting on a Sketch Fighter show and a stand-up special, and I wanted to get Eduardo Risso. And I had reached out to his brother earlier in the year, got on his list. I gave him the sketchbook, one of the 2 sketchbooks I had there, on Friday night with the agreement that I was going to pick it up Saturday morning. He didn't do it Friday night. He didn't do it all day Saturday. He didn't do it Saturday night. I get there to pick it up Sunday, it's not done, and then he started it, and then I picked it up. I picked it up Sunday afternoon. So a little frustrating, but finally I've got him. So the Eisner winner this year was Fiona Staples. So that brings the remaining Eisner Best Penciler Inkers that I've got left for this project down to 7, including her. Sort of. I gave Adam Kubert the sketchbook at New York Comic Con last year, or one of his art reps took it and gave it to him. And hold on, there's a phone. And he's had it, and it's over a year now that he hasn't started it. So that's frustrating. There's only 1 page left in there, but I need Adam Kubert, in this category. So, and then Frank Whiteley said that he was going to do a page, and I was going to paste it in, because, I couldn't mail him the sketchbook. But he forgot that he agreed to do it and didn't bring it to the convention that he was doing in Florida. So, I paid in advance for that. He still agreed to do it. I just have no idea when I'm going to get it from him. So, a little frustrating, but that's theme sketchbook drama for you. So, in Boston, I also got some other guys. I got this guy, Brett Kelly, who's sort of the steampunk guy who knew about the project through a podcast that I was on, that I've been on a couple times. Opinions may vary. So he was dying to do one. And he did this, I gave him some art direction. I said, something that I was going to say to Kevin O'Neill. I said to him, what would Captain Nemo's evil giant robot look like? And he just loved it and embraced it. And it was a great page to add to sketchbook number 2. So, a little bit of a break after Boston. I had sketchbook number 4 go to Canada to try and get John Cassaday, but he wasn't sketching. So the guy at Comic Sketch Art kept it until New York. And John Cassaday was there again, but then said he wasn't going to be sketching. So there were 2 artists that I've wanted for a long time. Alex Milne, Transformers artist. He did a great page. And Max Dunbar, who's just an artist that I've been a big fan of. And he did a great, samurai robot. So there was another Caldecott winner who had a book out. Alan Say did a sequel to Drawing from Memory called The Inker's Shadow. There was a book signing of that at the Japanese American National Museum in downtown LA. And I basically just got a signature from him as well. So I might be done with, people who right now have won the Caldecott. And, because there's a lot of people who have asked and who have said no, and the people who I haven't been able to ask are tough to get to. So, I don't know. This might be it. There's people like Chris Van Allsburger said no, Beth Cromes has said no, Nani Horogian has said no. I don't know if I could get it to Stephen Gamble, but, some of these people are really old. Ed Young, who knows if he would do it. So, kind of a different phase of the project now. I mean, I'll keep going after these people. Jerry Pinkney has said no. He's doing a signing at the Mickelson Gallery, at the, not a signing, but he's at the opening for their illustration showcase. Maybe I would mail a sketchbook to my mother, but just to get a signature, I don't know. There was a really great mech guy, Emerson Tung, who was doing drawings for Inktober, and I got one from him that I'm going to paste in the sketchbook. I do have some certain pages that were 2-page spreads, so I'm pasting pages on the other side of the first page there, so that'll be one of those. I also got Reza Marskeeper, Elasa, the great mech artist from Indonesia, I think. I got a digital page from him, which was awesome. So I've still got to print that out on the paper that I like and paste that in. So that was a big deal for the summer. This weekend is Comikaze. I have no real big list. There's a lot of people who are at Comikaze at the LA Convention Center this weekend that I've already got. So I'll bring it around, but I'm not like, oh, I got to get this person. And that's really the first time at this convention. I was hoping John Romita Jr. was back this year. He's not. But like Todd McFarlane's there, Art Adams is there, Mike Mignola's there, and I've got all of them already. Jim Lee is there for a day. So, I don't know what Comikaze will be. There's a book signing of James Jean on Sunday. I've got the book. I'm going to try and get a page from him. I've got an agent at the Leeds Thought Bubble in England. So I'm going to mail sketchbook number 4. Going to go after Duncan Forgretto, Andrew Wildman, and John Davis Hunt. John Davis Hunt on his Twitter says that he might not be sketching there. So I hope he is. We'll see. CTN, Creative Talent Network, big, deep, convention for this project last year. Got Gendy Tartakovsky, Peter DeSev, James Gurney, and this year I'm going after John Park, amazing art teacher, instructor, mech guy, and I've already reached out to him and he said yes, he's going to be at the brainstorm table. James Paik is going to be there. I'd love to get him as well, a little bit of competition between the two of them. Artist from South Africa, Tree Week. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. She's going to be there. There's a guy who did Sketch Travel, one of the artists who did that, the book that, like this, went around the world, Dice Tsutsumi. And I'll try and get him as well. Humberto Ramos is going to be there, and he's tough to get at conventions. Maybe at CTN there'll be less competition. Maybe I'll go after him. But a little bit of playing it by ear. That's sort of where this project is at right now, of not like, oh, I got to get as many pages as I can at every convention I go to. Sort of slow down. I feel like I'm more selective, and I'm in no rush to finish. So sketchbook number 1 is with Adam Kubert. Sketchbook number 2 is here. Sketchbook number 3 is in Japan with Matt Alt. I think I'll get that back around the end of the year, and we will keep going with Evil Giant Robots. Thank you for watching.